Welcome back to another stream. Welcome back to the YouTube channel, people. Unfortunately, we are live. Unfortunately, we had to watch what we had to watch today. But yeah, this and Monday will have to be the last time. Well, actually, no, it won't, because I'll be on the other shows talking about this fucking game. But on this channel, it will be the last time we have to talk about this game. So thank God for that. Thank God for that. The inevitable happened, people. The inevitable. But make sure to smash a like, as always, people. Make sure to subscribe as you're coming in. And if you're watching this on the playback as well, do the same. Alfie's link is in the title, people, as always. And yeah, uh, man, where the fuck do we even start from there? Alfie, let's start with you.
I think we should start with you because you were there.
Alright, alright, fine. Fine, we'll start with me. Um, well, I fucking told you. What I mean by I told you, I told fucking everyone. I always, like, unfortunately get it right when it comes to West Ham. Like, I get it wrong when it comes to everything else to do with football in terms of predictions. But when it comes to West Ham, I unfortunately get it right. Big up to Godfrey as well, as always. Like, legit, what did people expect? What did people expect? Did people generally think, and not learn from last time, that they thought the Newcastle result was the turning point? Because, what was it, against Manchester United? Everyone said that was the turning point, and then we lost against Nottingham Forest. Like, this happened again and again and again. This happens all the fucking time. Like they said, Ipswich was the turning point. They said Man United was the turning point. They said Newcastle was. We've won 4 games. There's no turning point. Turning into a fucking ditch. In fact, we was already in the ditch. I said this on Northside's channel briefly. I understand why all my West Ham uncles are bald. I'm lucky I have my hairline. I'm I'm surprised that my hairline hasn't dropped back 20 yards. And I'm very surprised. I'll be very surprised by 25 if I'm not bald by then, while still supporting this fucking club. Because I don't, like, at this point, like, what the fuck am I meant to even say when it comes to Lopetegui, when it comes to West Ham? There's no point analysing the games. Man said era, Alfred moved to a new room. It's just moved downstairs. But legit, when it comes to this club, there's no point analysing the players' performances. There's no point analysing the tactics. It's just get this manager gone. This was expected, and it should have been done after the international break when we drew with Everton. But because we drew, it didn't matter. Because it's Arsenal as well, because we lost to Arsenal and it wasn't we lost to like Nottingham Forest again, they won't sack him. They won't sack him. They should sack him, but they won't. I don't care if Lopetegui looks tired. I don't care if he looks like he's gonna ask for spare change after the game. I don't care. Because you're putting me through this stress. You're meant to look like that. You're Cino. I don't give a fuck about you. Fuck you. You're not meant to be at my club. You're not meant to be here. You shouldn't have got the job in the first place. Including me, wanted to get behind the idea of you doing well at this club because we want to change. But you was not the change that we needed. In fact, you've made us worse with a better squad. Somehow. You're lucky that this squad has actually got some form of individual quality to bail you out of games. It's fucking ridiculous. From an opposition point of view, Alfie, you see in the flesh now how bad West Ham United are under Lopetegui. What did
Yeah.
you make of it?
I mean, at certain points of that game, it just looked like your team wasn't half-assed, like they didn't really care.
Mm.
I wouldn't really go that far, Ryan. Um, but yeah, you could just see. I mean, I expected it at the start of the season as well. I expected Lopetegui to come in and be the guy that got you guys going.
Mm.
But clearly, he's got he's got the same coaching ability as my fucking left pinky toe.
Yeah, bro. I generally don't know like what people are trying
He
to
ain't
do.
got a fucking Scooby Doo.
He's got no clue. And this is the thing, like I'm calm in terms of the fact that this has been accepted for a long time. I could go even more angry if I really wanted to. And people see me like this. People saw me after the Fulham game. People saw me on Lewis's channel after the Chelsea game. People will see me call this man many things. But my point is I'm more angry at the people trying to spin narratives. I don't want to go online and see people trying to tell me 5 positives from the game. Fuck your positives. We just lost 5-2, you fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. Trying to put positives on a 5-2 result. Fuck off. Seriously, man. Get fucking real. And this is why I called it out after the Chelsea game. And it was too soon, apparently, because it's 5 games in. We're now 12 games in. Is there any fucking positives now? After the Tottenham game, I went in. After the Tottenham game, I went in. I just cooked him. Because at this point, when we're fucking up with the ball, we're passing the ball sideways, or the ball's gone in the air, we've lost it, and we keep clearing the ball back to Arsenal or whatever. At this point, I'm just laughing. At this point, I'm just laughing at my club. I'm laughing at what's going on the pitch. Because it's borderline psychopathic now. The problem is with this coach is we don't know what he is, and we've never known what he is. But that's kind of your problem. Like, how have you got this far in life, and you don't know what you are in terms of football? You've got this far. Like, I genuinely don't understand. He's a disgrace to the beautiful game, to football in general. He's a fucking disgrace. I can't be bothered with seeing the same shit. And it makes it worse when your squad is getting even better every year, basically. And it just gets worse and worse and worse. Because at this point, it's like, even if I complain about some of the players, and if I was to actually do analysis of this game, I could call out a few players for their performances today. But we saw when Arsenal went 4, was it 4-0 or some shit? I think it was 4-0. When we scored those 2 goals, we saw the players were like, fuck this manager, let's just play ourselves. They went off the crowd. They went off the crowd trying to give them something. The crowd tried their very best today. Trust me, I was there. And as Damien said, what was it? Lost the group a week in. This is facts. Like, basically, I'd say pretty much after the Fulham game, they were like, what the actual fuck is going on? After the Brentford game, he lost Kudus, and Kudus is obviously a big character in the dressing room. So he basically lost everyone. Kudus obviously has a lot of influence there already, being there for only a year because people trusted him. He fell out with Kudus quick. So did Boys, don't get me wrong, but that doesn't fucking matter. How do you fall out your players like 2 months in? This is how shit you are as a manager. This is how shit you are. Listen, he needs to learn Chinese or Arabic or whatever. I don't give a fuck where it is. Because you ain't extended your vocabulary in English anytime soon. Because after this, you ain't getting another job. The only club stupid enough to give him a job is Everton. That's the only club I can think. And even Everton got new owners now. They're not even stupid anymore. They'll probably go for someone like Sarri. They'll go for someone different. I can't think of another club that are generally stupid enough to give him a job in this Premier League. Like, you could argue Leicester. Leicester got Van Nistelrooy though. But listen, bro, from an Arsenal perspective, how did it go for you?
Oh, it was brilliant, mate. 4-0 up after 35 minutes. I was like, nice one. And then obviously you come back into it. I actually missed the first goal because I went to the toilet. that you guys scored, but I caught the free kick.
Mm,
Fuck me, what a good goal!
yeah.
But honestly, it was a very decent performance. Like I expected us to start fast because the last time, few times I've done predictions and they've started quick when I've said they wouldn't. So I thought they would start fast in the game, but you guys kind of nullified that early on. We had to wait a little bit before we got the first goal. But
Mhm.
yeah, it was a brilliant, brilliant game for the boys. 3 points. Gotta love it.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
Hmm.
But yeah, as I said earlier, I left in the 91st minute. Um, I wanted to leave a lot earlier. I was gonna leave if they made it 6-2. Um, but at that point, it's just like, who gives a fuck? Like, like even if he's on the verge of getting sacked again, we've got Leicester and Wolves next. He might get something from one of those games, and it delays his job for another week. We'll have to go Monday night football next week to fucking like watch West Ham United versus Wolves at home. We'll be back home on a Monday night at like 11. I can't be asked. I can't be bothered for this shit. Another season of just pure shit when you've got talented players there. But this is why I tried. This is why I called it out game week 5. There's a lot. Like some people called it earlier than me. Some people wrote off this manager instantly. So did I, to be fair. But I wanted to just get behind whoever was going to be the manager at that point. But I literally called out red flags from game week 1, and then lost my patience in game week 4, and then was manager out in game week 5, which kind of says a lot about the manager. I know I'm impatient as well, so it kind of maybe not says a lot when it's coming from me, but I was willing to give the person anyone time in their first season. I said 10th and an identity, a style of play. That's what I said as my expectation, and you've fallen below that. You've fallen below them expectations. Um, yeah, the players do need to look at themselves as well. Don't get me wrong. Um, but I almost think that they just don't believe in what the manager's doing. I wouldn't take Bilic, but I hear you. Um, that Emerson free kick, that Emerson, I forgot. I didn't even realize Emerson could take free kicks. I know he can strike a ball. I know he can strike a ball, but he hit two very good free kicks. Obviously, one of them didn't go in. But I can't believe we had to like the only way we was going to score was from our fucking fullbacks. Great ball from Salah to Wan-Bissaka. Um, but honestly, as I said earlier with Seam as well, I could talk about the players, but I'm at a point where I'm not. I think I've been at this point for a very long time. I'm at a point where I don't really care about analysing players anymore whilst this manager's here, just because I feel like we'd see a whole different version with an actual coach here. And that's not to say that these guys would be shit again under another shit coach, because that could happen, but that kind of resides to my point of the fact there's a lot more to get out of the players than we're actually dealing with here. Uh, yeah, to be fair, they are showing us mercy there. And yeah, listen, I'm kind of on this, bro. I'm not gonna bash the players. To be fair, pause. As if Arsenal couldn't score in the second half. They're absolutely shocking. Big up to Charlie. Um, but honestly, I don't know how it was at like 6, 7, 8 at that point, because like you could have made it about 10 if you wanted to. Like if you
I
really
mean,
wanted
Jesus and Sterling both came on and hit the side netting. I mean, within
to.
5 minutes, Jesus coming on, he gave away the ball. I was like, for fuck's sake.
That's
So
what you
I'm
said.
sitting there,
Havertz.
go push for a sixth, and you're giving the ball away. You fucking numpty.
Kind of says a lot about what Arteta thinks of Wanyeri as well. You being that far up and he only gets like 20 minutes again.
Needs more time, honestly. But will Arteta give him it? No.
Obviously, Partey and Marino got injured. Obviously, you had that original
Yeah,
lineup. What do you think of the lineup?
I was actually surprised about Partey not being in the team. Didn't realise he picked up an injury.
Mm,
Because I looked at the starting lineup and I thought, really, you playing Jorginho?
yeah.
But Yeah, as Charlie said, we had a couple of penalties, but
Yeah, but my thing is as well, and to be fair, to be on that, it's even worse when it's like it didn't even feel like you guys scored like magnificent goals. It felt like we could have dealt with all of them a lot better.
yeah.
Like we could have defended so much better. It's not even making an excuse. I'm just saying it how it is. Like it's not like we, apart from maybe the was it Erdegaard when he chipped over to Saka's Trossard or whatever. But even then, our defensive line is so high up and so like messy. Like so, it's kind of just a case of if you give Erdegaard space, he's obviously going to do something magnificent. Like you can't give Erdegaard space. It did. We didn't look remotely organized. There wasn't like a game plan or anything. There was a point where we just kept defending, kept clearing the ball, and it went back to you guys because we had 11 men behind the ball. And even when we did pin it, we couldn't take control of the ball because this team doesn't look like it passes the ball in training because it looks undercoached, as we've been saying all season, basically. Uh, Without being shameless, Arsenal weren't amazing. We were just really shit, but they were by
No,
far the
we were
better team.
pretty poor by our standards. I have to say that we were pretty poor by
So
our
do you?
standards.
Yeah, do you agree on the consensus then? That it's pretty much like more so West Ham being bad.
Yeah,
Got to play a
that's
lot
why
better
I'm
than
not
that.
giving. That's why I'm not giving it as much because it didn't really feel like we deserved to win. It's just like we turned up and you didn't.
Mm. I feel like we should have put you under pressure a lot more because when we did put you under pressure, we scored 2 goals.
I
Big
was.
up to David.
I said as soon as the free kick went in, I was like, there was no chance. Rye was getting to that. Nowhere near.
Bro, I've not seen a free kick being scored in a while at West Ham. I think the last one, I can't remember the last one. Last one I saw live, I'm pretty sure was Cresswell against Everton all those years ago. But
Eh.
Mike's just lop out. That's it. Yep, that is it, bro.
Did you see the
Sorry.
one before that, making an AI Star Wars film?
What made you want to create an AI Star Wars film, Villa fan?
I mean, if he wants to do that, he can let him do it, innit?
No, I'm just curious. We gave them too much respect. They lay a glove on them in the first 30 minutes. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't get this whole half-hearted press nonsense. That it's just like you're kind of sitting high up the pitch, but you're not pressing aggressively. So there's no point you actually being there. So there's that as well. Only messaging that needs to be coming out of the fan base right now is Lopetegui out. That's facts. All eyes on the board. All eyes on the owner. It's going to get more toxic and more toxic the longer this guy's here. The longer Lopetegui is here. I was just testing it how it works. Fair. Um, we had James Ward-Prowse on free kicks all last year. He didn't score one. Yeah, that's typical West Ham. It's typical West Ham. You'd have one of the best free kick takers in the world, and he didn't score one of them. Antonio out Ings in. I'm not even analysing players, but don't get me wrong, I didn't think he played well today either. If we're going on players, I didn't think a lot of them played well, to be honest. Like as Wasim said earlier, probably Soler, Wan-Bissaka, and Emerson. That was it really. The rest were shite. But the thing is, this manager's just gonna pick the same like similar players anyway. He has his favourites as well. Like we've kind of seen this before. Like I was fine with the lineup because I said to go unchanged. I don't think we actually lost because of the midfield today, but it's more so it's more so just the tactics and the structure and just the lack of aggression, the lack of any awareness, the lack of any enthusiasm. I think if the players want to succeed, you should do what you did in the middle of the first half, and just say fuck the manager and play how you want. Because you can't take everyone off. He took some of them off at half time. That was genuinely hilarious. I don't think many played well, but I don't think many were awful. I hear you. Kim again, I thought was really poor. Tebow was mad. Antonio just can't seem to control the ball at the moment, and he's completely lost his pace.
I
He
thought
lost his pace.
Wan-Bissaka was well, played well.
Yeah, Wan-Bissaka, he plays well no matter what. The guy plays like he's like we're still in the game. Like he's just
Yeah,
very professional. He's just very professional. Do you watch Star Wars? I watched like the original like six. When Disney came about, I stopped watching it because like I watched the first film when it came back, and I thought it was shit. I watched Rogue One, didn't
it's when
like
they
it.
try to Disney-fy shit that it becomes terrible.
Yeah, legit. I wasn't fine with it. Wan-Bissaka had a decent game. Yeah, I thought Wan-Bissaka had a decent game. Um, the highlight of the game was Aaron Wan-Bissaka wiping out 29, and he got the ball doing that as well. So credit to it. I was like, if you're not gonna win, at least just kick the shit out of them. And they didn't even do that. You brought Alvarez on, and he didn't kick anyone. That's the only thing Alvarez is good for, being reckless and kicking the shit out of people. He didn't even do that. At that point, I'm just like going self-destruct mode. Just going around and kicking people. I've had enough. I had enough of the fucking um, what's it called? Like cool like time wasting. I don't really give a shit because every team. And I kind of wish we did that when we went 1-0 up. And Arsenal, you guys time waste straight when you go 1-0 up away from home. It's kind of funny, but at the same time, like fuck it. I was sick and tired of the game being stop and start. Sick and tired of us losing Jules. Just kick him. You sat back and you conceded 5 goals. I don't care if 2 of them were penalties and one of them was a corner. You generally tried to claim a foul for that first quarter. I watched it back. The way our players shamelessly walked around the ref like it was actually a foul. What the fuck are you doing? What the actual fuck are you doing? Just mark your men in a corner. But then again, it goes back to the coaching. How the fuck are you structuring us like that on corners? Because we conceded like that to Villa. We conceded like that to Villa on the very first game of the season. Like you're not learning from your mistakes, but it's coaching. Aaron Wan-Bissaka does not respect Lopetegui. Let me just make that clear. Neither does Kudus, neither does Bowen, neither does a lot of them. Yeah, I don't think any of them do. And I don't think they should. He's not going to get sacked now. He got 3 points out of 2 fixtures. We all thought were certain losses. Yeah, honestly, that's what they're going to use, isn't it? Because we beat Newcastle, he's going to just stay in it. Alfie's being so humble, it's killing me, lol.
Do you want, Dennis? You want me to be an arsehole? I don't want to be, but
no, I think they just expected more because they expected me and you to just go at each other.
I mean, it's like we both said though. It's a case of we turned up, you didn't.
Yeah, Alfie, I'm sure you're buzzing.
Well, I mean, I'm happy to get 3 points. Everyone's happy to get 3 points. I mean, I'm even more buzzing because I switched out one of my defenders. I put Kirkes in my fantasy team. Got me some points today.
I always put Kirkes in ever since the
He's
City game.
class. He's class.
Yeah, he's been on top form. Funny enough, I've got Wolves Bournemouth on the game of the day on my TV. Alfie, don't be buzzing. You're going to fish for too long.
Fuck's sake, Charlie. I'm being humble, and you're still trying to help me up.
To be fair, Charlie just said last Monday, innit? He said regardless, he's going to cook you. I know. Enjoy it, Alfie. Your manager's already showed us enough pity, lol. Yeah, this is the thing. Like, you could have gone. What's it called? A lot more like goal heavy. You guys ended up just stick your humble. Fuck's sake. I guess this
I don't fucking care. You know what? Even though I'm being humble today, I'll still be shameless. That's not gone off the table.
Oh, we know that. We know that in a
So you're
Monday
gonna
show.
get cooked tomorrow.
We know in a Monday show you're gonna go for City. Well, you're above City now, isn't it?
I don't know how I haven't seen the table.
I think you're
I haven't
second.
seen the table.
You're second, huh? You're gonna win the league, mate.
Fuck off.
6 points behind Liverpool, mate.
We'll be third by February.
Come on.
And that's
Still
when
in
we've
it.
got to play Spurs.
You beat Spurs. You beat that at home as well. Lego Head didn't show any pity. He got outdone by Loppy in the second half. How did we draw the second half?
Who was it that said Osama bin Toppy? Bin Loppy?
Well, yeah, was it? Yeah, I don't know. Was that in the chat?
It was a few episodes ago. I'm pretty sure it was.
Who said it's Simon bin Loppy? I don't remember.
If you're in the chat and you said it, own up. Because I can't remember who said it. But it's certainly the case today.
It might have been Mo's hair gel. It might have been Mo's hair gel. About like Dave.
We have got a strong back four. I'll have to give it to Damien. Our back four is ridiculous.
Yeah, I feel like Calafiori has got out a
I
bit though.
love, I love how much Timber has fit into that side.
Has he
I
upgraded it?
mean, when he plays on that right hand side, when you take White out of the team, it doesn't even look like he's out of the team. He wants to go at you. Charlie, even you can admit our defense is solid. Yes, we've conceded a few goals this season,
Mm.
but doesn't every team?
Yeah, yeah. You conceded what, like 14 so far. Like, as much as your defense was probably like not as what your fans maybe said it was. At the same,
Calamari
to be fair,
and the
Calafiori as
Turkey
well.
boys.
The
The
Turkey boys,
Turkey boys.
Turkey boys is crazy.
You're really going to Gabriel Strum like that?
Not when you're meant to have the best defense in Premier League history.
I never said that.
To be
I
fair,
never said I'm not
Alfie's like
like that. I never said that.
yeah. This is the thing. Our back four is good as well. It's the manager that's the problem. And as I said before, a back four of Emerson, Kilman, Tanibo, and Wan-Bissaka should be doing a lot better under a different structure because they're actually performing quite well individually, in my opinion. Even though Kilman wasn't at his best today, he's still like when he was just about being beaten. Like Jesus tried to get past him about a million times, he couldn't. Uh, Jesus is just a like when you just keep fake shotting on FIFA and you don't
Yeah.
do anything with it. That is Jesus. Just fake shot after fake shot after fake shot, and nothing ends up with it. There is no end product. So there it is.
Don't you miss the Raheem Sterling that used to run at players?
Oh, bro,
Now you got this fucking bozo that passes sideways and backwards.
that's what Arteta started doing.
I see him pick up the ball on the right hand side. I'm like, yes, go at him. Go
Mm,
at him. Give him something to do. Go at
mm.
him. He cuts it back. I'm like, you fucking pleb.
Our back four's been a highlight. Even man's hairline tried to get away from the ball. It's our midfield. Lopetegui doesn't get it right. We didn't replace Antonio well enough. Yeah, fair enough. Not replaced but upgrade. But we should have signed a striker to give Mikel Antonio a break. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Um, I think my problem is even if you got the lineup right, it's the structure. Like, what are you trying to do structure wise? Are you trying to suffocate teams? No, because you're not pressing. Are you trying to be
For fuck's
sitting deep
sake,
and be
Charlie.
somewhat compact? No,
For
you're not
fuck's
because you're
sake, Charlie.
you're you're sitting high up. So what are you trying to do off the ball? Like, what are you trying to do?
For
Uh,
fuck's sake, Charlie.
Gabriel suffers from imposter syndrome. He's obsessed with a different player every other week. Flavor of the week at the moment is Gyökeres. Yeah, he never picks the right midfield. I hear you. I hear you on that. But I was fine with the lineup today, but I think regardless of what lineup he was going to pick, we was always going to set out like that. For me, it's more for how we set out. Like, I've always said this on the shows that I've been on. We always just set out wrong off the ball. Which, well, what I mean by that is like we don't even know what we're trying to do off the ball. People were happy with the Newcastle performance, small club mentality. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I was more for the case of like Newcastle was shit rather than we were good, and I think you can prove that today by having the same lineup and look how we played then. It just for me, I'm never like to be honest with you, I'm never fucking happy. But that's because I'm going off what I'm seeing. I said against Man United it was 45 minutes. Against Ipswich it was 80 minutes. They got us in the first 20. Against Crystal Palace it was the second half. We haven't had a 90-minute performance this even against City was probably our most well-rounded performance, and we just gave away the ball a lot. And we didn't finish our chances. We haven't had a good 90-minute performance all season. I'm happy. I love seeing us. Just such a prick. Uh, I'm sick and tired of this club. I'm sick and tired of fans trying to spin narratives. I'm sick and tired of neutrals that don't watch West Ham talking about West Ham because you've got a fucking platform. You think you're a fucking football expert. I'm sick of these stupid Twitter faceless accounts. Get a fucking life.
Did you enjoy your jacket potato, Damien?
Big out to Damien as always.
Wonder what
True
he's
big.
having in his jacket potato.
I don't fucking know.
What
Let
would
us
you
know,
go
Damien.
for? What would you go for in your jacket, Spud?
I haven't had a jacket potato in years, bro. So I don't know.
I think he needs to go see Spud, man.
You're a jacket potato connoisseur, I assume.
No, I just think it's like wintertime comfort food, you know, that sort of thing.
I had McDonald's. That was my comfort food.
I actually need to order my dinner. I'm gonna do it after the stream.
I had to. I was just hungry as soon as I got in. I was like, I need to check myself out. Just get McDonald's. Oh, but McDonald's always my go-to when it comes to just sitting at home,
Yes,
delivery.
Damien. Yes, Damien. He's having the works on his jacket potato. Yes, lads.
I enjoy watching our fan base freak out. Do you know what makes me laugh, Charlie, as
See
well?
that?
You
See
know?
that's why he's saying you enjoy seeing you lose. He does
Oh
it for the
yeah,
content.
bro. Going online and seeing people freak out, yeah, when they generally had expectations towards this game is hilarious to me. Like, are you fucking stupid in the head? Like, are you okay in the head to actually have some form of expectation for this game? When, as I've said, we haven't won against Arsenal at home since 2019. We've only won like 5 times against them in the Premier League. We have Julian Lopetegui as our manager. That should be the end of it. That should be the end of it. I don't care if it's, oh, but we didn't have a good record against Newcastle either. These stupid people had expectation. They had expectation towards this game. Every time we lose against Arsenal, always got people DMing me doing, oh, Mike's is this, Mike's is that. Bro, shut the fuck up. I've not talked to you in about 10 years. Shut the fuck up, please.
At least I'm not one of them people, man. I'm one of the good guys.
Honestly, I can take banter, yeah, but if I've not talked to you in about 8 months, please don't text me. Please don't. The only thing more boring than Arsenal celebrating. I,
Leave Damon's jacket alone, man.
you man don't know, Alfie, you don't know about the rivalry that goes on in this chat between these two. Alfie hates this club so much he'd rather talk about Jackie Potato. Bro, I've talked about Jackie Potato more than I've talked about any player that's played today. I don't really give a fuck. What is this set for you going on forward to the Man United game then?
It certainly gives us confidence. I'll say that much. It certainly gives us confidence going into that game. I mean, fair enough, we're not going to need much to put Man United aside anyway, because they're pretty shit at the moment, even with a new manager. I mean, they struggle to get past Bodo Glimt. So that tells you everything you need to know. But everyone's already said Amorim can't do anything with that squad.
Yeah.
So with Manchester United, I don't really see us having to come out of the lower gears.
Mm.
But you never know. Maybe Amorim will get the team to turn up.
I agree. I think what's it called? Regardless of what happens, like Amarim's got a long job ahead of him. So with Arsenal, it's just a case of you're at home, you're on form, you'll put them away. They'll just be open. Like we've always said about Man United, oh they should turn up. It's Man United versus Arsenal. I can't remember the last time they turned up for that fixture. I think it might have been Ten Hag's first season. That was it.
Yeah,
Because you're beating them every game.
the last time he turned up was Ten Hag's first season because he beat us
3-1, yeah.
3-1,
And then you beat them every other
and then
time.
we beat them every other game. Yeah.
Yeah, 3-2, 3-1, and 1-0, isn't it?
Mm.
Amarim job is another imposter.
I think it's clear now that the Man United job is a poison chalice. Like you go there, you're fucked. Anyone who
Yeah.
steps foot at Old Trafford is fucked from the get go.
I think Amarim's a good manager. I just don't think he'll succeed at Man United because I don't think they'll be ruthless enough to kick all the big players out.
It's
But
safe
go
to
for you.
say the house that Fergie built is falling down.
Oh yeah, listen, legit. Yeah, their fan base is going to be calling him to be sacked within 4 months. I agree. Their fan base don't have the patience to actually give people any patience. So it's kind of a case of
because they think everything's going to be a quick fix. They think, "Oh, new manager, we're Man United, we'll get on just fine." It's not the
Yeah,
way football works.
legit. They don't know what's coming with them. They think that a manager solves everything. You still got the same players. I've let every manager down. I don't rate Arteta at all. Be so clear. We're gonna see in it. We're gonna see in it. For me, with Arteta, I think his level is actually like a club like us, for example. I don't. I think his level is challenging for Europe. I don't think his level is challenging for a league title. Um, Even though he's challenged for a league title with Arsenal, I think what I mean by that is like getting over the. You got to get over the line if you're in a title challenge with Arsenal, not like just being there for the sake of it. I think his level is a tier below for me. I said, look at that, I complimented Arsenal. Um, but that's the thing. I think Amarim is just top four level. I don't know about winning the league. We'll see. We'll see if he gets the players.
They're
But
becoming the Arsenal of the 2010s.
yeah, they are.
Oh, we're
They are.
fine with top four.
Yeah, that's legit. What the way it is. Because I know they used to be like, oh yeah, first season top four, then title challenge, but then it always used to go to shit. So now they've kind of accepted top four.
I mean, look at how it turned out with Van Gaal. Van Gaal's the clear example.
Mm,
Even Mourinho won loads in his first season.
yeah. Well, yeah, he won the Carabao Cup and Europa League.
Yeah,
But yeah, it is what it is, man. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Wenger ruined Arsenal. Wenger set a precedent of mediocrity, and so did the owners of Arsenal
he
by a
stayed
lot.
on too long.
Yeah, he stayed on too long. He accepted too much of the brunt, but really the owners were a big part of that.
And like even when his contract was running out, everyone's calling him for him to go, but the owners ended up giving him a 2 year contract and a pay rise as well.
Mm. Yeah, honestly, I'm feeling Arsenal at the moment. They just need a striker. Well, yeah, Alfie's been saying it for
We've
ever
been
since he's
saying
been
it
on
for,
the channel.
this for years.
Yeah, Alfie's been saying it since he's been on the channel that you need a striker. I'm so pissed. I was so pissed when Kai Havertz scored. I was like, we literally gave the fucking cunt the goal. We literally gave the goal to him.
What a ball by Trossard, by the way. Pinpoint.
Fucking beady eyed twat. Wenger was the perfect mouthpiece for the owners. Legit.
Facts. Facts.
But that's the thing, like he's took too much of the brunt when the owners were the problem. Like Wenger was a problem, but if it went so bad, why not just leave? It's your legacy. People are looking at you. When it's not all your fault. Some of it definitely is, and definitely was. But you gotta look at the owners as well. You didn't get everything you needed in any transfer window. So yeah. The ball was okay. The defender from Kilman was the issue. No, don't get me wrong, Kilman was definitely at fault for the goal as well. But so was what's his name? Paquetá when he lost the ball as well. So there's that. I would stick with Arteta. Watch when he gets a striker in the summer. The thing is,
But
they've needed.
we've been saying this for how long now, Damien? Like, if we're being real now, we've been saying this for how long? Oh yeah, we're gonna get a striker in the summer, and then we never get a striker. And right now,
Arteta,
it looks as if Arteta's got a place of comfortability right now with Kai Havertz
he loves
being his
Havertz.
wannabe number nine. He's not a number nine. If you want to go over the line and want to win the big trophies that as a club we should expect, you need a striker who's going to get you 25 to 30 goals a season.
Mm. And he has
We haven't
control.
got that.
He has control of the transfers as well.
Well, well, I can't even say that because I've seen who's apparently being going to looking to be chosen as our new sporting director.
Who?
Fucking Per Mertesacker.
Why do you guys always just hire ex players instead of the best in class?
So I was going to say if we hired someone new, then he wouldn't have had as much control. But because we've got Mertesacker, it's basically handing him the fucking bank card.
They're just mates as well. They'll just be like, let's just vibe sort of thing. It's like just being with friends and your mates at work.
He'll turn up to fucking training and be like, "Oh, Mertesacker, do you remember that time you played against Dinamo Zagreb? We were in the team in the Champions League. Who gives a shit? Sign a fucking striker, you donuts."
They should get Duran. He's been held back at Villa because of Watkins. It's going to be hard to get Duran down because of the whole new contract.
It'd be hard to get the run, but See, there's another name that I always looked at, Ollie Watkins. I mean, it makes sense if you look at it from an Arsenal perspective. He's a boyhood Arsenal fan, and he's a clinical striker.
I, I don't even. Can I be honest? I've got an unpopular opinion about him. Like, I think he's good because of the manager, and the reason why I say that is because before Emery, this guy was good in moments. I never thought him as a consistent player. I always think of him like he's way better than Calvert Lewin, but like I'm always think of it as like the manager got the best out of you sort of thing. Like the Villa fan, maybe correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but I always just thought I know Watkins was always good, but I just think Villa, I think Emery's just got him to a whole new level. Um, my whole thing with Watkins as well. I don't know how Arteta does with strikers because, as Charlie said here, Arteta's proved time and time again he doesn't want a striker. He's been there 5 years and signed zero strikers because you signed Jesus and he ain't a striker. Jesus was always better on the right wing for me at Man City, but you signed Havertz as a left sided eight. You're legit. Like that's how you started in the season last season. Havertz was in midfield.
Yeah, look
Partey
how
was at
that turned out.
yeah, but now he's at striker. I'd stick Alfie. You would get a striker, but I think they would have got a striker by now because Arteta's been there for years. I don't know what you think. He's filling
Sorry,
other
what was
gaps in
that?
the like you said. You would get a striker because you were filling other gaps in the summer.
Mm,
Do you agree with that?
yeah, I've always said that we need a striker.
No, but you said you'll get a striker and you haven't because you were filling other gaps in the summer.
Yeah, but we said that on countless occasions that we're going to get a striker, and we never have.
You've always been linked as well. You've always been linked. You were linked with
Exactly.
Isak before
We were
Newcastle.
linked with Isak. We were linked with Tony at one point.
Mm. What's it? 80 million and he's yours.
I
Uh,
wouldn't go. I wouldn't know about that. I don't know about that. I'd probably say 50 at a push.
Mike is right. Watkins was shit before Emery. I never rated him before Emery. I always thought he was overrated. Before Unai Emery, I thought this guy's overrated. I don't think even thinking the Arteta system he'd do that well. If I'm being real, you don't run him behind enough. He literally thrives off running him behind down that left channel. You guys don't even have a left winger. You guys need a fucking left winger as well. Jesus Christ. I don't trust I played well today, but come on, man. It wasn't because like he went past Wan-Bissaka or anything. Like he didn't. Not on the ball. You guys have a super sub on your left, and you guys have a headless chicken as your other left winger option. I, I, I don't know, man. Havertz is their striker. They won't get another. Uh, Villa fan honest, if you was to lose one in the summer, who would you keep out? Duran and Watkins. I don't know. So it's probably Duran. Um, the definition of insanity is repeat the same thing over and over, expecting a different outcome. Arsenal signed Mudryk from Chelsea. Joe, that's the most
No
Arteta.
chance.
Oh, that's the most Arteta signing ever. You know, Mudryk.
Well, get a player who's shit from Chelsea and turn him into a great player. No.
Tried that so many
Conference
times,
League is level.
bro. Mudryk stinks. That guy just shined, as you said, Conference League level. Just shines in the Conference League, man. I don't understand. I like Joy is I don't understand Arsenal, to be honest with you, because you had the chance. You had the chance to just go and win it anyway, and you haven't addressed what you needed. Like Calafiori, yeah, you guys got a good back four, but Calafiori, that man can be got at. And the only reason why I say that is because that man is a centre back at trade, defending in wide areas at left back. And Bowen could have had him a lot more if he had the ball. With Calafiori, he's good going forward. He's a good footballer. Like naturally, he's just very gifted. But as a defender, I don't think he's the same level as how a Timber is. You know, Timber's sick on the ball and he's a sick defender. Timber could be good, but Timber for the most part will defend really well. I don't really see Calafiori as like putting on a defensive masterclass for Arsenal, putting up the same levels. With Gabriel and Saliba, you ain't got a problem there. You ain't got a problem there, but the only problem would be if Saliba gets frustrated and he wants to move and he goes to Real Madrid, you got a hard point replacing him because you guys don't scout well. You guys don't scout the greatest. You guys don't even really scout for gems. You kind of just scout who's the hottest prospect, and then just buy them. You haven't scouted anyone that isn't like out of the ordinary. Like, because everyone knew
No.
how good Timber Calafiori was. Well, I didn't watch Bologna, but a lot of people did. they already were talking about Calafiori. Timber, we already knew how good Timber was. Like, you guys do this with players. So when it comes to, I've got a feeling you guys will go for someone like a Tap Sober from Leverkusen or some shit. Like, just someone that's obvious that everyone already knows about. Like, that's the kind of signing that you guys would go for. But we'll see in it. But it is kind of interesting. Villa would rather keep Duran for now, and also Duran's younger as well, so you can kind of develop him, even though it's probably more profit. Um, he's probably set for the future if he actually got a regular point at Villa. But you kind of think that Villa would either keep them both, or Duran just gets frustrated, even though he signed a new contract a year on. I think I'm never going to play. I need to go and play somewhere. But I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's still be a big price tag. Fair play. I think Duran is going to be crazy. He's 20. It's mad that he's 20 years old. Calamari is a good. Timber should be in the left back and a walking tan line in the right. I think when everyone's fully fit as well, I think I see that as the bit of a. I see that as the back four, just from an outside point of view. Gabriel was a bit of a gem. He was,
He
but it was
turned
also
into
4 years.
one.
Yeah, but it was also like 4 years ago, sort of thing. When they signed it, I feel like ever since the transfer window where fans came back, Arsenal have never signed anyone out of the ordinary. Like I knew how good Ben White was at Brighton. I knew that was going to be a good signing if he played right back, not centre back, not in the back four. Ramsdale, for now, Ramsdale, I didn't expect Arsenal to sign. I didn't think he was as bad as people said, but I thought he was going to be second choice. He ended up being first choice, which I don't think he was good enough to be Arsenal's first choice. David Raya I knew would be a good signing because I've been saying this guy's way better than some of the keepers that he keeps getting compared to. He's a bit erratic though. Do you know what it is with Arsenal sometimes, when you guys defend? You guys move around too much. And what I mean by
Yeah,
like when there's a set piece coming in, you guys are kind of just excited moving around, and then you get hit when you're not concentrating properly. It's like everyone in your club has got ADHD. Everyone on the pitch. They're just moving around and then bang. You didn't know how good Erdegaard was? I didn't, to be fair. But you know what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. Like when the fans came back, their transfer strategy was kind of the same because Erdogan was still signed before then, technically, because he was on loan. It was just made permanent. It was just made permanent. You guys already had him. Even Saliba qualifies as a bit of but he was signed under Embry. You know what I mean?
and not only that, Saliba was sent out on loan a ridiculous amount of times.
Yeah. Gabriel was awful when he joined Arsenal. He's only been good since Saliba went next to him. The thing is, as well, to be fair, I didn't hear his name before Saliba went in. Like nobody talked about how good Gabriel was before Saliba was there. They kind of just complement each other. Centre back partnerships matter at centre back. Like to be fair, and Charlie was right. People were calling him a bozo before Saliba was there. Nobody's calling him a bozo now. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, he's definitely he definitely turned a corner. I'll definitely say that.
His hairline hasn't. Uh, all right. Let's bring up to Mac as always.
Big
Big up
up.
to Mac. Hopefully you're doing okay on this horrific day. We had Holding playing ahead of Saliba.
Yeah, we
Bro,
did.
that's mental. You loaned out Saliba, and you at one point have Mustafi Holding
We
all
had
them.
fucking Mustafi, David Luiz, Sead Kolasinac, Hector Bellerin. Fucking hell, dark
Class
days.
actually a three. Class actually a three.
He
Uh,
fooled me with his fucking size.
pause.
Yeah,
Pause. 3 years on a trot, Saliba went out on loan, making team of the season in France. Bro, I thought that I thought they were going to let Saliba go because he was so frustrated about not getting charges at Arsenal, and he was just going to leave after his last season at Marseille. But you guys ended up keeping him, and you guys
yeah.
could make a.
I said at the time it would be foolish if we was to let him go
Mm,
because you saw the performances he was putting in when he was out on loan in France. And even though it was France, and you usually expect PSG to win the league all the time anyway, Saliba was playing fantastic for the team he was playing for. I mean, even at Marseille, he was class. Oh, come on, Charlie.
Saliba's gonna go Madrid. Madrid are gonna get Saliba and Trent. It's gonna be interesting to see how the Trent saga develops. To see if he actually gets let go by Liverpool. They're gonna drive because the more shit Real Madrid are right now, the more they're gonna drive for their future targets. The more they're gonna be like, no, we can't have this because they don't accept 1 year mediocrity. Because look how Mbappe's doing right now. Look how Bellingham's performing. Like they are looking deadly shit right now. People say a lot of things, a lot of shit. Fair. Remember, mate, anything's a dildo if you're brave enough.
Come
That
on
is,
now.
that is a crazy saying to live by, but I've heard that before. But I hope nobody actually lives by that saying. Uh, More like a pig, half love man. Big, got some max always. But, bruv, this says nothing. Like when it comes to this game, yeah, we've learned fuck all that's new from either team. We've learned fuck all. I want to learn something new about this club. How about sack the manager and I can learn something new? I can see a new West Ham maybe if you actually hire the right manager instead of hiring some fucking wanker. Um, if you hire Terzic, nothing's gonna fucking change either. I'm not trying to hear all of that. I'm just fucking seeing a fucking cesspit of shit. Um, Mbappe is flopping hard. Madrid fans are on his back. They are. They don't accept shit. They just don't accept shit from any player.
Spaniards in general don't accept shit.
No, they don't. Like the Valencia, was it the Valencia fans when they were in a relegation battle? They just stormed like.
Wasn't that the year Gary Neville was in charge?
No, no, a couple of years ago. A
Oh,
couple of years ago, I think I can't remember if it was them, but someone that shouldn't have been in a relegation battle was in a relegation battle. It wasn't Sevilla; it was another team, and they like stormed the stadium, sort of thing, like outside the stadium before a game, kind of just protested outside there, and they don't care that they are like people think this country is meant to be like a passionate country about football. You see the Spanish, the Italians, the French, they
the
actually do things.
Argentinians.
They do things when they're fucking frustrated. Like the French have got ultras, they'll speak to the like fans and the manager just like right there on the pitch. They'll get the megaphone and talk to them. The Italians, they'll put a whole protest thing out. The AC Milan fans protested against Lopetegui being their manager. The Spanish, we see what they're like. The Barca fans, the Real Madrid fans, they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. This country will be like, okay, we're kind of just depressed sort of thing, so we won't do anything about it. They only did something when the Super League happened. Yeah, we already knew West Ham was shit and Arteta can be tactically outdone. English fans are the worst in Europe. Like, this is the thing. When it comes to, like, demanding something for your club, there is no, like, expectation in this country. There's no demand for more. They will look down on you for demanding more.
Do you know what I think that is?
Well,
I think it's because we feel like we should be entitled to it because we're England, we're the creators of the game.
mm.
We feel like everything should just be given to us on a silver platter.
But even then, when we try and demand more, you look down upon by other people in this country for demanding more.
Exactly.
So, like, this is the thing. Like, when we were demanding more last season, we were looked at as, but you're only West Ham. So what, bro? So what? Like, this is the problem. Like, you can't demand anything in this country if you're a fan. Because it would just be like, nah, man, fuck that. Accept who you are. Accept your mediocrity. It's the content with mediocrity. You're just being content with what you are. You don't want to reach that gold medal. You want to settle for bronze. In any walk of life, you don't do that if you want to succeed. That's what I don't get. If, for example, yeah, you finish sixth place in the competition, year in, year out, but you want first, who's wrong? The you wanting first, or the people looking at you being like, "Why the fuck do you want first? You've been sixth all that time." What kind of mentality is that? What kind of bullshit is that?
Max is gone, lads.
It's not even about the game anymore.
Max is gone, bruv. He is gone.
I think you're tired, bro. You've been literally gone from the stream, dozing off, bro. You see your eyes closing. Fucking hell. Yeah. We're gonna end it there, people, because there ain't nothing else to fucking talk about when it comes to this fucking club. I'll have I would say I'll have the things we learned from West Ham Arsenal, but there is nothing to this. I probably won't have that video out. I'll probably just have a reaction video to the Liverpool Man City game tomorrow, and then we'll be back with the show on Monday with Alfie as well. At 8 p.m. I'm gonna assume because there's no Monday Night Football, so probably have it at 8 p.m. And yeah, normal schedule as always. We've got Leicester on Tuesday and stuff as well. So keep up for all the content, people. But yeah, make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. Alfie's link is in the title, people, as well. Follow me at all social medias like GVR Mikes on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.